little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
The only thing certain in this world is death and taxes. So said Benjamin Franklin, and he was clearly wrong. In God's economy, even death loses its reliability. Jesus ruined every funeral he ever showed up for, including his own. Even before he was raised from the dead, he was the resurrection and the life. And whenever Jesus comes along, corpses sit up on the very spot. Today we have two stories, and quite honestly, in structure, these two stories are almost identical. Almost identical. One of them happens in the Old Testament, and one of them happens in the New Testament, and the only huge difference between these two stories is God's agent. In the Old Testament, the agent is Elijah, the great prophet. In the New Testament, the agent is Jesus. The structure is the same. We have a widow. A widow has one son, and the son has died. Along comes Elijah, along comes Jesus. The son is healed, the son is brought back to life. Life is restored. Now, at one level, that seems like a pretty incredible thing, this risen piece. But I have to tell you, really, it's much more profound than a boy coming back to life. Both stories are about restoration. Each of the stories, Old Testament and New Testament, has this one piece that is identical, and it's the piece that he gave him to his mother. Elijah gave the son to his mother. Jesus gave the son to his mother. And that is the pivotal piece right there. Because not only is breath restored to the son, but the son is restored to relationship. The son is restored to what he was created to do and meant to be in his mother's womb. Both stories, the woman is a widow, and she only has one son. That meant that at the death of this son, her life was really over as she had known it. She had two options. She could starve to death, or she could make a living by cobbling together begging and selling herself. It was that simple. It was that simple. So when the son is restored to life, it's not just his breath that comes back. She too is restored. He's her social security system. He's her bridge between her world and the rest of society. Ours, yes, is a God that breathes life into dead places, but even more, ours is a God of restoration. A God of restoration in the Old Testament, a God of restoration in the New Testament, and a God who continues to be a God of restoration even into our day. And this example is from this class.
Massive surprise for students graduating from one Michigan high school. Their class president, who was shot in the head only 2 months ago while trying to break up a fight, shocked everyone when he walked onto the stage at graduation. The crowd, as you can hear, went nuts, screams of tears and joy. Bilal Hollings then gave the speech no one thought he'd be able to give.
Thank God, it is so good to be alive. I got shot in the head and I am fully rehabilitated. I forgot a lot of stuff. I forgot how to walk. I forgot how to talk. I didn't forget how to eat.
Young man never lost his appetite. Oh, but he's off now to study criminal justice in college.
We follow a God that restores. And that God says to every one of us, stop grieving, stop being dead. People of God, be the people that I intended and created you to be. Amen.
Well, this light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, I let my little light shine.